Tap in, man. It's your boy. We got the Nazi Lowriders. Nazi Lowriders. Speaking on white Crips, gay to stay, prison politics, and CYA. If you don't know what CYA is, California Youth Authority. My man is speaking on what he don't like about the white boys banging this crippin' and blood and Southsidering. So we gonna get right into it, man. It's your boy Blueski, Juke Blueski, man, and do all that YouTube cringy stuff. You already know what it is. Let's y'all thought. Oh, shout out to my boy Rare Breed. Y'all already know. Go get the content. Go watch the content, the full content, because we gonna go to certain parts and certain parts and certain parts. So y'all know what it is. Let's go.
My name is Mike Mangers. I go by Junior back in the day, and I'm from California. Over the years, I've given probably about 34 of the last 38 years to the prison system. I just got done doing 24 straight. I've been out 11 months.
24 straight is crazy work. Free all the good peoples though, man.
My parole officer's putting in my discharge papers for the first time in my adult life. I have a chance of being off parole October 16th.
We're in the woods.
And I'm 54 years old now.
Yeah, that's cool.
My first time, I went in to juvenile hall in 1978. I got taken away from my parents by CPS, and they put us in juvenile hall for, waiting for a custody hearing. And I didn't have anything to do with that decision. I was like 7 years old, but I remember what I felt, and it was just like, wow, this is crazy. And then when I went back, like in 14, I remember there was a time that I was scared to death, man. And like, nah, I can't go to juvenile hall. And then when I went to juvenile hall, it was like, man, this is nothing.
One thing about that, man, before you go to jail or anything, and it's like your first time, and you like, when you get in there, you like, ooh, oh my God. But when in Rome, do as the Romans do, right? You get acclimated into the system. You start like, if you ain't no more, you start really like pushing, you feel me? Pushing through that thing. And hey, it works out for the best of us, and it don't work out for the best of us. But yeah, I feel what he's saying though.
The only thing is that, being a white kid in the LA County juvenile hall system at the time, nobody wanted to lose a fight to the white boy. So it's like, I was I was able to wrestle at a very high level throughout school. And so I could fight a little bit. And because I identified with just being a white guy and not, getting into any of the other gangs, I was just by myself really. And I never really got too many fair ones. Because, they can't sit there and watch their homeboy get whooped by a white boy, so they jump in a lot. On my way to prison,
Get in the comments if you see your boy getting whooped out, are you going to jump in? Because I am. I ain't letting nobody just put their hands on my boy. I don't care if you're white, black, Mexican, man, no. No. We ride. You got to deal with us all.
Stop at the California Youth Authority, which is AKA Gladiator School.
That's what you call it.
And it is it's a preparation school for prison. And YA, everything that you heard about YA back in the 80s and early, it's true. That place, the system was just unbelievably off the chain. And, but again, it's like in the neighborhood, once you get through all the little nonsense, you become a part of the fabric of that neighborhood. And it's the same thing in jail. Once you become, get past that, I'm not going anywhere. So let's get past that. then you start becoming a part of the fabric, and you start getting into the thises and that's, and by the time I got to the prison system, I was already so laced up that this was going to be my career. What was I aligned with? Well, back in the middle and late 80s, in the California Youth Authority, there was this tip that was, it was a bunch of solo gunfighter pilots, man, dudes that were down. I mean, these dudes got good head on their shoulders. They were savages, man. They were down for whatever, and I just dug their style, it's these Nazi lowriders. And, I'm like talking to one of my friends one day, and I'm like, he's like, hey, so what is it that you want from, I see this is probably going to end up being your career, but like, what do you see yourself doing? And I saw the dude that kind of had it for the white people, that kind of had the keys for the white people. And I looked at him and I was like, you know what?
Real quick, man. If any Nazi lowriders are watching, what made you want to join the Nazi lowriders? Get in the comments, man. Because I know it's like, even like if you a Southsider, Blood, Crip, get in the comments. What made you want to be a part of that? I really need to know these things. I want to know, and I need to know. Because I want to see what makes a lot of young boys do what they do and join certain groups and this and this and that. I know it could be environmental. I know it could be friends. I know it could be family members. It could be different little things, man. So we all try to put this together. But yeah, get in the comments. What made you join your respective organization? You know what I'm saying? Sets or gangs. Get in the comments.
Want that. And my boy looked at me, he's like, what? And I said, dude, I want that. Because it looked good. Just the way this dude handled people, the way that he dealt with things. And I was just like, you know what? Yeah, and the respect that he had. So he goes, that's a long, bumpy road, bro. And I'm like, fuck it, let's go, right? I'll take 2 of those.
I'll take 2 of those.
And, I ended up becoming...
Whoa. What'd that say?
Go, right? I'll take 2 of those.
Whoa. Hey, yo. What's this about right here? What's this about? I don't know about that, man.
And, I ended up becoming a Nazi lowrider back in the 80s, MYA.
To the big league.
The violence California is like one of the California prisons, the level 4s, those 180s, and the maximum security yards.
All right, we're gonna skip this part right here. I want to go to. We already know. We know. Yeah, we want to go to the non-white members. What happens with
Let's talk about Rambo.
Look at my boy. Remember him? He was dancing like Roger, just dancing. Now my boy, I think his name is Skinner or something, man. Hey, man, I want to say this too, man. If y'all go back to my last one, the black skinhead, go back to that one. You're going to like that one. The black skinhead one, you're going to like that one. But what I'm saying is he was on that one when I did the one on the black skinhead Roger. You feel me? And he was doing this and doing that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Broski. You feel me? He in that room. I'm just playing. Hey, man, I'm just playing, man. Because last time the boy got in the comments on me like, hey, bro, that's a real guy right there. Man, shout out, that's my boy. That's my boy. It's all love, though, man. It's all love, man. Y'all go watch this prison channel right here, YouTube, Prison POV. Y'all gonna tap in with that. Numbers.
NLR. Now, Rambo is Hispanic.
Mm.
And now, there is not a lot of Hispanic woods out there. I talk about them a lot, to the degree that I'm always bringing up Hispanic woods. You might think, you might assume, there's a lot. It seems like Splinter talks about them a lot. But I only talk about them because actually there's not a lot. It's actually unusual and makes a good story. And that's why you might hear me talk about Hispanic wood. I mean, they are out there. And the ones that do exist usually have a grip of heart, but there's not an abundance by any means. And there's not that many Hispanic Nazi lowriders either. Although I could think of 3 from Bakersfield right now, just off the top of my head. So not a lot of Hispanic woods, not a lot of Hispanic lowriders. Rambo was both. He's a Peckwood homeboy, and he's a lowrider. Now, several years ago, the Aryan Brotherhood told the ride in Alar that they had to get rid of all their non-white members. They said, purge and clean your car and get rid of all of your non-white members. But who would that be? Who would the non-white members be? That'd be Hispanics.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, there's no black lowriders. I mean, there's no Hindu Indians, no Arabs. I mean, I have heard of a Samoan or 2, but mostly it's Hispanics. The brand came and said, get rid of them. And Rambo was locked up in the shoe when that happened, when the brand called that shot, told the ride to get rid of their Hispanic members. Rambo was in the shoe. And he went to group yard the very next day after hearing that with 2 pieces. And went out to yard and he threw one at the lowrider's feet, at his comrade's feet. Boom, there's 1 piece, kept one in his hand and said, handle your business. Rambo, Bakersfield,
To handle your business. Okay, we stopping right there. Get in the comment. What do you think that they did after that? He threw the knife down. Boom. He got his knife. He said, handle your business. What do you think they did after that? What do you think they did? Oh no, I don't think they did nothing, to be honest. Get in the comment. Tell me what y'all think they did. Did they whack him? Or did they tell him like, all right, whatever?
Straight up Hispanic on mine. You need to get rid of me because I'm a Mexican dude? Well, freaking handle your business. They didn't bust a grape. They didn't do anything. I mean, I don't know why. It seems like they'd be more scared of the brand than they would be of Rambo. But be that as it may, they didn't get him on that day, and I don't even know what ended up happening with all the Mexican lowriders. But I know that shot did get called, homeboy, and I know he went to yard.
We're going to be fine. We got plenty of oil.
During a recent Senate campaign stop, Mike Rogers downplayed the impact of the Iran war on gas prices.
Spiking and
Strapped!
I think that if there were Hispanics, I remember seeing like some cats with Hispanic last names on the roll call and stuff. And it's like and why what they wanted to do is differentiate us from the Southern Mexicans because we like to, dress, pleat our stuff and, lowrider stuff, that was just that lifestyle,
So did the Nazi lowriders adapt the Mexican culture lowrider style? In the comment.
And to differentiate ourselves from the Southern Mexicans, that's why we called ourselves Nazi lowriders, And if you look up Nazi is a derogative term that was used by the media back in World War II to describe the National Socialist. National, N-A-Zist, socialist from the Z-I. So it was Nazi. It was a conglomeration of 2 words. And it was a descriptive word to describe National Socialism. National Socialism has nothing to do with race. National Socialism is based on Ein Reich, ein Volk, ein Führer. 1 land, 1 people, 1 leader. A land of Germans ruled by Germans for Germans. And it doesn't have any racial connotation to it whatsoever. The Jew thing and
you see those? Hold him. Look, he tripping.
doesn't have any racial connotation to it whatsoever.
Look.
The Jew thing and all that stuff that Hitler went on, it's like that was on some other stuff, and that didn't have anything to do with us. That wasn't what we were talking about. It was just like, like I said, there wasn't a lot of thought that went into it. It was a bunch of solo gunfighter pilots that were down for whatever, and that's what we did. I myself, have never come across. I remember this dude that had Armenian pride on his back, And that boy was a fool. I think his name was Chance. Hey, my guy was a freaking fool. And yeah, I think he was. I think he was a Nazi lowrider, but
Oh,
I myself have never run across one. But again, look, if you if you're running an organization or you're part of an organization, and somebody that's down for what you're down for and is a good cog in the wheel of the mechanism.
all right. Yeah, it's all right there. We're gonna speed it up a little bit more too, guys. Let's get a little bit more. That's what I wanted to see right here. White Southsiders. Let's get it.
You know,
Real quick. How y'all feel about white Southsiders, white Crips, white Bloods, white DDs, white BDs? How y'all feel about it? Get in the comments. Let me know.
opinion on the whites running with the Southern Hispanics, that's what I was talking about in the beginning. I identified with being white. I didn't go one way or the other. There was Bloods, there was Crips, there was, and because I could fight and I could prove myself that, there was times that, like, hey, homie, you want to be part of this? You want to be? And I was like, nah, fool, nah, And it's not like I was. When you start getting jumped 2 and 3 on 1, it starts building up a lot of animosity in your heart, And there's a rule that no Southsider gets down alone, right? Plain and simple. It doesn't matter if he's winning or losing. It doesn't matter. You get down with one, they're all getting involved, period. So it's like I had some animosity in my heart towards that. And so, I mean, as you age and you grow, and educate yourself, the less tolerant of all of that nonsense you become. And you start judging a man. And I want to take something from Dr. King, man. I'm going to judge a man by the content of his character, not the color of his skin.
What? He went to the king? Ex-Nazi Lowrider? Nazi Lowrider? He used something from Dr. King? Man, come on then. What are we talking about then? What are we talking about then in this whole thing? Like, come on, bro. You gonna use that? Don't judge it by the color of his skin. So anybody should be able to be Nazi lowriders, right? Anybody should be able to be whatever. Judge a person off judge a man off his character, not by his skin. Because you got bad black people, good black people, bad white people, good white people, bad Mexicans, good Mexicans, bad Armenians, good Armenians. That's the difference. There's good and there's bad. You feels me? You know what I'm saying? Let's get back to it.
But back in the day, man, I wasn't a fan of it at all. At all.
See, he wasn't a fan.
You know?
Because I want to see what he think about the white Crips. Let's go.
The same white Crip thing, it was like, I'm just giving you the politics of it.
Pomona
It
Nap.
was like,
Oh, they got the Pomona Nap. Okay, NAP, Pomona Nap, NAP. That stands for Ninjas Always Pimping. Gangster Crip. They had some in the V and out there in Pomona, California, man. So shout out to the Pomona, the NAP, Gangster Crips out there. I know my boy. We was in the county together. My boy Fresh, and it's another dude too. That boy was ugly.
no, white blood, no. It's just not, look, man. Again, in order for them to become a member of that, what is your motivation behind that? Well, what is it? Do you really believe in community representative and progress? Do you really believe in brotherly love over our destruction? What? These gangs are not your friend, man. And it's again, you as everything else is. Once you get past that initial layer and you get into the inner sanctum of what these gangs are. You become a part of the fabric, you know? Now, you know, white Crips walking around the yard, it's like a personal affront to white dudes, man. Dudes that felt like, you know, hey, man, I weathered the storm to be white. Because I'm going to tell you right now, coming out of L.A. County and still maintaining that you're white, you got my respect. Because back...
I ain't gonna lie, you got my respect too, because I will say this: coming out of LA County, bro, that's not a lot, bro. I was being locked up in a county jail, bro. I remember like being in the dorm as blacks, Mexicans, and probably like 2 woods, and they just had to bunt, or like 3 woods, bro. The rest would be others and shit like that and stuff like that. But
it was tough, you know, because they didn't care. You know, all white boys are targets until white boys show them that, hey, you know what, some of them are, but not this one, bro. You know, and it's double hard for us because some of these dudes, you know, got a little bit of heart and they put up a little bit of a fight, and then it's like now they just kind of made it harder for us because now we got to work that much harder, you know. Plus, our people.
But this is my thing, though. The white boys that's Bloods and Crips, though, they go hard. I don't care what nobody say. They go super, 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 super hard, bro. And it's about the environment that you grow up in, though, gang. You get what I'm saying, Ete? Like, it's about the environment you grow up in. You feel me? If you go up around some blacks, yeah, I'm community revolution in progress. If we quit, you know what I'm saying? And that's a whole other story. He talking about some stuff that's not even what the whole really meaning was about that. That was some stuff that happened later on, but that ain't even it, what they're talking about. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So for you to even say that, oh yeah, you come with some because you want to be community revolution and pride, that's not what the cripping started. Some kids started cripping. Some young teenagers started cripping. They wasn't on no revolution in progress. It was just some young dudes that wanted to be a part of something, and the older cats didn't let them be a part of that avenue. So guess what they did? Oh, we're gonna start our own thing. Crips. I'm giving y'all a game on this, on the white boy thing, man. But shout out to the Woods. Shout out to everybody, man. Snoop Blow.
Aren't laced up like the blacks and Mexicans are when they come to jail. They're not living the lives that the people in the inner cities have lived. We're working with Bill Gates, Steve Jobs kind of dudes and trying to turn them into soldiers. We got to do the least. We got to do the most with the least, you know? And it's like, I think that, you know, whites don't have, you know, like that's what made me get into the organization that I was in. You see these dudes getting punked, and it's like, nah, fool. Nah, come on, man. That ain't going to happen on my watch, right? So you go over there, and now the black or the Mexican is trying to get this dude by running game on him or something, sees you as trying to take something away from him. Now you're the problem. And now you got to get down with this dude and his homeboys so this dude doesn't get his shit took or gamed off of him or somehow, you know?
Let me say this real quick, and then we're going to go to the next one. Because I want to know, this question right here, before we go to the next one. Hold on. To the Hispanics, especially the ones in prison, he said he don't care about nothing white, Mexican, black or Mexican, and he feel like the blacks and the Mexicans be trying to run game on the white dudes. You feel me? Because they're weaker, they're kind of like Steve Jobs type of dudes. Hey man, how you doing, dude? You know what I'm saying? And you know, you got the blacks, oh, what's up, my nigga? You feel me? That's what he's saying, right? And then you got the Mexican, what are they? But the white boys, they're cool. They're upstanding, regular. That's how they. Nah, man. But I did want to ask Hispanics, why do y'all be in bed with them so much? Get in the comments, let me know, because y'all know it's true. Why y'all be in bed with them so much? If they not even feeling y'all. I'm just saying.
You see this white crib, and he's like, wow, what's up, man? How you doing, bro? And what? And it's like, bro, come on, man. Well, why are you acting like that?
But if he a white Crip, that's how he grew up. Hold on.
What's wrong with you?
Obi, original Valley Gangster Crip, that's me. That's my, I don't know Hands. Where'd he come from?
You know?
I don't know none of them
And
guys.
it's like, oh man, this way I grew up, and ooh, wah, wah, wah. It's like, what? What did you just say to me? You know? And it's like, even when
I don't know who this is. They from my hood. They talking about original Valley Gangster Crip. Rare breed. Who is this? He from OBGC? SFV? I never met him. I've been from my hood 20 years.
okay, watch. I seen
Met him.
some drag queens out here, right? I was going through Hollywood and I was driving back from work and I saw these queens on the street and I was looking at them and they were like, man, they were over exaggerating the moves and, you know, like little things that women do, right? And it was,
Oh, basically what bro's saying is that when they get to acting like black, they basically acting like drag queens, trying to put it on thick. They doing it more. So when white boys say, well, they doing it, they put it on more than how the black people actually act. You know, that's what he said. Get in the comments. I'm gonna say that a whole lot. Get in the comments. If y'all really feel like that, why is grabbing that? All right. All right.
it's so obvious. It's like, dude, you're overemphasizing
Oh, whoa.
to me.
Yo. Just gay to stay. Gay for the stay. Hey, hold on. Before we get to that, Woods, do y'all do it? Bro, Woods, I'm not gonna lie, y'all be doing a lot of grab assy. Y'all be doing that. I be seeing y'all in the bro, you'll walk by one of them, hey, bro, come on, dude, let me do you in. Bro, in jail, they're crazy work. Come on, man. Bro, you know how I had you bent over last night. Oh, what? Come on, let me just go in. Bro, you'll hear him in the shower. Come on, let me just go in and suck on that thing. You be like, bro, hey. Bro, this nigga, man.
We just got in trouble for holding hands. No way. Yeah, we just got in trouble for holding hands. How you doing, bro?
I remember thinking that, like, watching people come in, you know, hearing about people going to prison, that, you know.
Okay. If you ever go to the county jail, the LA County Jail, they wear the baby blues. They wear the baby blues. So if you visiting somebody, and you thought they was tough, and you go to visit them, they come out in baby blues, you know where he's at. Matter of fact, we're gonna end it right there. Y'all get in the comments. Let me know what y'all feel, how y'all think about that one, man. Nazi Lowrider, man. You know what I'm saying? About the white Crips, this, that. Y'all heard it. Y'all seen it. Y'all know what it is, man. It's your boy Bluesky. Like I say, man, be who you are, man. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are. You know, people be having this hate about this, and that. Man, look, leave that stuff alone, man. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Get some money out here, man. Get some moolah. Get some money. Get some money. Some money. You know what I'm saying? Don't be laughing at my $7. They fresh though. But yeah, man, you already know, man. I love y'all. Shout out to y'all. You already know. Tap in. If you're something on the scene, you're right here. If you're nothing on the scene, you already know where you at. Nazi Lowriders, Crippin', Blood, Hispanic, Essays, Asian, White Boy, Jamaican. We are